Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to start a new series on how to learn C programming. So let's get started. C programming is one of the old computer programming language which is invented around 1970s by Dennis Ritchie. You might be wondering, it is very old language, right? But why is it so popular? And also everyone are rushing to learn this language. The reason for this is many modern languages are based on C language. Many languages are created by the C languages, and C language is middle level language. This is the main advantage of the C language. Now coming to what is mean by middle level language, high level language and low level languages. Or low level language means it is very easily understandable by compiler, but we can't understand it. And high level languages are like we can understand it and we need a separate software which converts that understandable code to compiler understanding level. Now coming to C language, it is middle level language. Now what is meant by middle level language means it stands in between the compiler and user. Means partially user can understand the code and also compiler also can partially understand the code. So it is very easy to communicate between compiler and user. So that's why C is very popular language nowadays. I'm not going to tell you the theory part in depth. Why? Because the main motto of this course is to learn coding. So in this video we are going to discuss printf statements, scanf statements, conditional statements like if, else if, and data and some of the data types, int, float, character, like that. Now coming into the coding part. Now first, when we are writing code, we will write hashtag include stdio.h. What is mean by stdio? It means that it is the short form of standard input and output. What this header file does is it manages all the input and output of the program, or simply you just remember it as whenever you are writing a program you must write this header file at the start, hashtag include stdio.h, and then only you should proceed to complete the other part of the programming. Now after this we are going to write main function. You can keep whatever type you want. For starting purpose we are keeping int main. Open and close the bracket. Now curly braces open and close. Inside this curly braces you want to tell the compiler what you want to do. Like example, you want to write you want to print in the output window like welcome to coding. You can't write like this. What it shows is, if you compile and run, it is taking a while. It says that error, welcome was not declared under scope. So means you know that welcome to coding you can understand, but compiler needs to understand that you are trying to print welcome to coding in the output window. So for understanding of compiler purpose you will write a keyword, that is printf. And you will give brackets and double colon. This is the format you should follow to print anything in the output window. Printf and then bracket open and double dittos and write whatever message you want and end the double dittos and also the bracket. And main thing you should remember is semicolon. Many of the coders forget small semicolon, so if you write like 100 lines it is very difficult to find where if you miss a semicolon it is very difficult to find where you have done mistake. So keep this in mind, that whenever a command completes, you must give semicolon. Now let's execute this. See, you can see that it is printing welcome to coding. Now coming to other part, you want to give some input to the compiler. So what are we going to do? There is another keyword like scanf, same procedure, but here you have to declare the data type of it. Means we are having some data types like int, float, character, and many. Int is nothing but integer, float is used to store decimal values, character is used to store alphabets. If you use means I will come to array of characters later, means now no need of it. Now just we will come to int. Int we will give a variable like x, and as I said before, we should close it with semicolon. The command should be completed. Now there are some special characters which we need to learn, like for integer there is %d. While you are writing scanf, or if you want to display that variable in any place, you must write %d. That is the special character for integer. Now we have given int x. Now we wrote like we wrote %d, comma. Now we should give ampersand symbol x. What this does is it stores whatever you have given the value into the variable x. Now semicolon. This is the format of writing scanf statement. Now let's execute and see, or wait, execute. You can see that welcome coding. Now it is taking some number, but it's not printing. Why? Because we didn't give any print statement. Now in similar way we are going to print the value of x, %d, but in printf statement there is no need of ampersand symbol. You can just write x. See, it is printing 5. Now this is about printf and scanf statements. And also you might be thinking like, if we compile and run, this means it's like ugly, right? Means it is printing, it is asking us for input beside only. Means you have doubt like, can we print it in next line? Means can we take that in next line? Yeah, sure, but you should learn some symbols like /n, means next line. It will take whatever next comes to next line, /n, and /t is for space between something. Now we are giving /n and execute, compile and run. See, you can see that it is taking in second line. See, now this is about printf and scanf statements. Now we are going to conditional statements, that is if, else. First, coming to if, let us understand if in English meaning. What is the English meaning of if? If is nothing but it's a condition, like if it happens, or if the bottle had fallen, like that. In the same scenario here also if works, means if or else. Else means the condition which if does not satisfy is gone to else. Now means let me demonstrate, then we will get it better. Means now let's take x value. Means if x is less than 5, means this is the format of if x is less than 5, curly braces open and close, we will printf percentage. Okay, we will print it as x is less than 5. This is one condition, and we will come to else. Else printf x is than or equal to 5. Curly braces, now it means that if the given value x is less than 5, then it will execute this statement. It does not go to else, it will just execute this statement and just terminates, the program terminates here. It doesn't go to else. If the x is greater than 5, first it will check for if condition. It is less than 5, so it does not go in, it will go to next conditional statement, that is else, and it will check that else, and remaining condition is like greater than 5 only, right? So it will directly print this printf statement like x is greater than or equal to 5. Now let us execute, means let us experiment and see. Now we will give 5. See, you can see that it is x is greater than or equal to 5, means here else statement is printing. Now let us also verify it for less than 5. 3. You can see that it is printing x is less than 5, means it is not going to else statement. X is satisfied for if statement only, so it directly printed if what is inside the if statement. Now there is means you might be wondering, like here only 2 statements are there. What if we want 3 means we want to have 3 statements or 4 conditions or 5 cases or 6 cases, then how would we manage? Then there is another conditional statement called else if. It works same as if, but if you want to write more than one if, you will write else if instead of if. So means if you directly write if, what this does is it will start 2 conditions. Means first if it satisfies, it again goes and check this if too. Means, can you get my point? Like if it satisfies, it won't terminate here, it will again see that another if was there, so it will read that statement also. So to avoid this, we will write else if, so that if this satisfies, it terminates here, it won't go to else if or else. If this doesn't satisfy, it comes to else if. Now we will give it as x equal to 5. We will change this statement to x is greater or equal to not x is greater than 5. That's it. Then 5, and in else if we will write printf x is equal to 5. Now let's run and see. Compile and run. Let's give 5. See, you can see that else if part is executed. See, can you see that else if part is executed? You can have number of else if statements, like else if x is greater than 10 on less than 10, and it means you can have, like, if you want boundaries like in between 10 and 5, then you should use logical statements, that is and you should keep this in bracket. X is greater than 5, here we will write as 10, greater than 5. What this means, that x should be less than 10, and what this logical statement means, and x is also greater than 5. If this satisfies, only this else if statement executes. Wait, we will see printf the number x is in between 5 and 10. Now let's execute and see. Let us type 8. See, you can see that some error we made it. The error is we wrote x equal to 5. It's not x equal to 5, it's x equal to 5. What this means is the value of x equal to the value of 5. So we are using two equal to's, means it is due to understanding of compiler we are writing like this. Now this is the error. Now let's execute and see. Uh, 6. Now you can see that x is in between 5 and 10. It is printing that. Now this is logical and. You might be wondering, if there is a logical and, there must be an logical or too, like it should take any one of the case, means if any one of the case satisfies, it must print the statement. I will come to that too. If we have these many if else statements, we will get confused, so I will remove everything and we will experiment with if. Now we will write this condition as if x is greater than if x is less than 5, or this is the symbol for or x is greater than 10, it should print logical or, means we are giving the statement like this. Now let's execute and see, compile and run. Now we will give it as, we'll give first we will check for first case, we will give 4, enter. You can see that it is printing logical or, means first case is satisfied, means first case satisfied, so it went inside. Now let's go let's see for second case. We'll give something like 12. You can see that this case also printing logical or, means logically or is nothing but if in both conditions, if any one condition satisfies also, it will go inside the conditional statement. That's it about conditional statements. In next video of this course, we are going to discuss about loops, that is while loop, do while loop, and for loops. the most important loop is for loop. Means I will come to that in next video. I will tell the importance of for loop and why everyone are using for loop instead of while loop. Now that's it for today's video. If you like this video, please click that like button and subscribe and stay tuned to my channel so that you may not miss any video that I am going to upload. My next video I am going to upload tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Why? Because I am having very less time, so I may not guarantee. Means I will try to get my video tomorrow, or else day after tomorrow. It is day after tomorrow morning. Surely I will publish the second part of this course. Now thank you all, thanks for watching.